Brought to you by
youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Right on time. This is News Tonight at 10. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Before we delve into the technicalities over the bulletin, first though, let's look at the top stories.
Brought to you by
Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Emphasizes commercial agriculture, manufacturing and International Youth Day is marked. President Museveni addresses farmers on 4-acre model. EC unveils a venue for presidential nomination exercise. And lastly, 5 entries registered as University League grows from a humble 8 in 2012 to 29.
Brought to you by
Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Once again, my name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Mugalu Mohammed is already with us on sign language. And first, at the Presidential Press Unit, President Museveni has rallied Ugandans to invest in commercial agriculture, manufacturing and services as the means to create jobs and eradicate poverty. The president made these remarks during the Youth Day celebrations held in Masindi District, Bunyoro Sub-region. This year's theme is Youth Advancing Socio-Economic Transformation through Technology and Partnerships.
Every 12th of August, Uganda celebrates Youth Day, but this year's commemoration was pushed to 19th September. During the celebrations in Masindi District, President Museveni outlined 3 sectors that Ugandans should embrace in order to create jobs for the youth and eradicate poverty. He emphasized the need for commercial agriculture as a means not only to employ the youth, but also eradicate poverty among Ugandans.
We have got many plans for agriculture. We have got money in UDB for the rich people.
Ntati muzeyi a plan jaina ati ateire sente mu Uganda Development Bank ezo okuyamba abo abalina amafamu ba emisire mikoto ezikungulana mu eka 50 okulola nti bongere amaani mu byokulima n'okuliisa.
Now, for the Banaku, the plan, we have been having many plans, NADs and all that, but now the plan we have is PDM.
Mr. Museveni also pointed at manufacturing as another key sector to the youth challenge of unemployment. He says the government is working tooth and nail to attract more investments in manufacturing.
The plan should be to attract more and more factories in our area.
Atumgurusa agamba kitulina kola nkaito abata kaitwena kusika company ezindi abantu balete sente bateke sente mu bichweka byaitu bombeka amakolero nkago.
We are going to have a very big industrial park in Hoima around the oil field.
Agambire saa yona tugenda kubana paka mafactory maingi paka ekichweka kiri amafactory maingi kuli haya mbali bakolera amafuta Hoima.
Like Karuma near the dam. We should be having an industrial park there on both sides, on the side of Lango and Achori, and even on this side. We should get land and have factories there.
Atumgurusa agambire
services such as tourism and digital platforms are another sector President Museveni believes will turn around. the challenge of unemployment. He urged every leader at all levels to follow and monitor the Paris Development Model Funds for positive impact.
And therefore, you in the parishes, you have a duty to demand this money to okurondora okutoza
muzeeyi agamba nti mulimu ogweitunka abataka mumuruka buli mumuruka okusaba accountability ya sente zaitu ezikwija ati buli muruka gwakatunga milioni 10 emyaka 3 nizo milioni 13 ati mumuruka gwanyu gwokuruga mugendo kaguza ogwo chief sente ezo zirinka abawereze bawa bazitungire nkainyo abataka.
So don't just say, don't just complain because you have the power.
The colorful Youth Day was attended by government officials, foreign dignitaries, religious and cultural leaders. Philip Aguta for UBC News.
Well, thank you very much there, Philip Aguta. Now, all is set at Luweero Primary School grounds in Kakumiro District to receive His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as he heads back to Kakumiro District on Saturday to commission the second phase of the 4-acre model campaign for Bunyoro sub-region. As Robert Onyango reports, Minister Fred Byabakama has been on ground to finalize the presidential visit preparations.
With less than 8 hours to the return of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to Kakumiro District to launch the second phase of the 4-acre model at Luweero Primary School grounds, this Saturday preparations are in high gear.
His Excellency the President came in Bunyoro sub-region last year to launch the first phase of 4-acre model campaign. That was Kakumiro, Chivale, Kagadi and Chikobe. So tomorrow he will be here to launch the second phase after 1 year. The second phase involved Hoima City, Hoima District, Masindi, Kiriandonga and Bulisa.
From kitchen to the stage, performances all set.
Is coming this area to try to teach, especially the youth, to eradicate or reduce poverty.
Here everybody is perfecting what he or she has been assigned to perform.
Nizire nebyokurya nkebitoke mbesere mu motoka.
Tukusaba abantu nywena abanyakuli haihina harayira muyije twijumbira omukoro gunu.
Top on the agenda is the launch of the second phase of the 4-acre model campaign for Bunyoro sub-region by the presidents.
That 4-acre model is a program to help us eradicate or eliminate poverty within different families in the region. Mostly now, since we are in Kakumiro and the RDC Kakumiro, I'm appealing to all stakeholders to come and receive our president and learn from his message.
Since the president launched here, he found there are those who had enrolled for a model campaign. He found people had copied from me and who had copied from his knowledge. They had started for a model, others doing poultry, others doing fruits like pineapple, pigare, doing cows for zero grazing, and they have got good money. As I speak now, there are those who have become rich.
The State Minister for Works and Transport, Fred Byabakama, is at the center of the preparations.
And we want to thank Minister Fred for having that good heart, because he has led us an example in our district and we have learned very many things from him.
Byabakama has been a role model because the launching was done in his constituency and he had started it. The president wanted to emphasize the need of emulating from Honorable Byabakama's intervention of the 4-acre model so that it can spread to various places of the region.
Byabakama is working alongside the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robert Nabanja, to ensure a successful launch of the 4-acre model phase 2 in Kakumiro.
You see in Bunyoro we have good weather and we have fertile lands. You can see even the weather where we are. We are soon receiving rain. So we should use our land to get out of poverty.
As part of the launch, Museveni will also check on successful farmers.
President Kalo Mukashindwa aizirimu emirundi ekuwera baitu wakabataka genda go mukyalo kururaho mu.
Luweero Primary School ground will be the venue where the president will address the general public. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
We're looking forward to the D-Day. Now, as we move ahead, Tanga Collins has been declared the winner of the NRM National Youth Chairperson League, defeating Brenda Kichoncho in a rerun of the Youth League election after the previous elections in Kololo were nullified by the party chairperson, President Museveni, on basis of conflict of interest. Meanwhile, Diana Ampaire won the primaries for the National Youth Flag Bearer.
3, 4.
In youth elections held on Thursday, 18th September 2025 across the country, Tanga Collins garnered 2,185 votes, representing 68%, whereas his closest competitor, Brenda Kichoncho, garnered 1,017 votes, representing 32%. The election results were announced on Friday morning by Vice Chairperson, NRM Electoral Commission, Fred Jachan Omach.
The National Chairperson is Tanga Collins.
Tanga Collins' win put a smile on the face of his father, Dr. Tanga Odoy, demystifying the previous allegations of conflict of interest.
Tell you, all candidates of NRM had relatives. And had relatives, some of them, with the top people within the party. But the one of Electoral Commission was more pronounced because Electoral Commission should be neutral. The tribunal made it, to what I think, a detail in their ruling which was wrong. The tribunal should have made a suggestion, because I'd already stepped aside anyway. I'd already handed the mantle, but then when you step aside, it does not mean you leave office. The office remains, but you step aside for that period. We have moved on, and I don't want to go back to it.
Speaking to the media shortly after declaration, Dr. Tanga expressed his gratitude to the NRM Youth Fraternity for supporting his son.
So on behalf of the Commission, I've called the press to thank the public, to thank the chairman of the party, to thank the members of the Central Executive Committee, to thank the Right Honorable Alhaji Moses Chigongo, the Right Honorable Anita Among, the Speaker of Parliament, and her deputy, all members of the Central Executive Committee.
He says the youth elections, which were held in a decentralized manner, were the most peaceful and might be adopted at future SEC elections.
The party should consider a paradigm shift that converging at Kololo with over 24,000 people is not tenable for a smooth process. But electing at the district level and just sieving out those elected to move on to join the delegates at Kololo now becomes the best option if SEC can approve.
Joan Murungi, Philip Aguta for UBC News.
Ministry of Health, in collaboration with partners, has officially launched a groundbreaking mobile application focused on self-care. The event took place at the Ministry of Health headquarters in Kampala. Let's hear more in this report.
At the Ministry of Health headquarters in Kampala, a major step was taken in bridging the gap between technology and self-care. The Ministry of Health, with partners, officially launched a groundbreaking mobile application focused on self-care.
It's called Self-Care UG app. It is a mobile application that can give you information on the various conditions, non-communicable diseases, where you can find the nearest pharmacy, where you can find the nearest health facility, all that you can have in the app, and how you can even get information about anything. It is also linked to our toll-free line. We have a 24-hour call center where you can inquire about any health-related topic.
Guided by the National Self-Care Guidelines and a pocket handbook, the Self-Care Uganda app is designed to empower individuals to take charge of their own health, confidentiality, conveniently and consistently.
So this paradigm shift of thinking about health as well will not only benefit you as an individual, it will benefit your family, it will benefit the family. It has a positive implication to the society as a whole, reducing the health care cost and enhancing the quality of life. So empower yourselves by practicing self-care, and self-care is self-love.
The application aims to handle long-standing challenges in health-seeking behaviors, improve timely data collection, and enhance confidentiality, especially for sensitive health services like HIV/AIDS self-testing.
We have partnered with the Ministry of Health Self-Care Project to ease access to self-care and HIV testing services. As WUNFO, you can test anywhere, anytime, and know your HIV status.
The Self-Care Uganda app is part of a larger national agenda.
We are having a digitization agenda, and we are working towards ensuring that people have access to information, but also to inform and know what interventions we should undertake as a Ministry of Health.
The power of technology, the power of partnership, the power of working between the United States and Uganda can shape a healthier, more hopeful future for all. Thank you and God bless.
The launch of this self-care application is a call to action and a reminder that self-care is self-love and technology is the link to a healthier future. Chris Buyondo, UBC.
I'll try some of that after news. Now, the Minister for Relief, Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, Engineer Hilary Onek, has tasked engineers across Africa to research and innovate. While closing the 11th UNESCO Africa Engineering Week, the 9th African Engineering Conference in Kampala, the Minister said engineering work can contribute a lot in accelerating Africa's socio-economic transformation.
In the world.
The 1 week UNESCO Africa Engineering Week and 9th African Engineering Conference that has been happening at Munyonyo Resort Hotel has concluded. During the closing ceremony, the Minister for Relief, Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, Engineer Hilary Onek, tasked engineers across Africa on research and innovation.
The opportunity that we have had to be together as professionals, engineering professionals and scientists from different parts of Africa, we have common destiny. We have to move together and we have to make sure we share our various innovations in order to develop synergy to push us forward in socio-economic transformation.
The minister says engineering work can contribute a lot in accelerating Africa's socio-economic transformation. WUPE President, Engineer Bosco Lepi, applauded Uganda and the hosting ministry for sponsoring the conference.
It is my appeal that we be good ambassadors of this drive to make Africa great, to make Africa what we want.
FAO President, Engineer Refirwe Sarah Mpo Butelezi, urged the members to put in practice the technical knowledge they have acquired during the conference for better collaborations.
So I will be looking to all of you to contribute to developing the solutions that we want to develop. We need to get the tire on the road. We need to fix the bolts of this moving car as it is moving because we cannot stay behind.
The participants said the conference was of great value.
In Africa, we do have a lot of universities, regulatory bodies for engineering, but we noticed that there's a big gap as you keep traveling across the continent. So what we tried to do was simplify and create one learning management system where universities, students, learners in high school, even us as young professionals can actually go there and learn about, let's say, AI or other soft skills, let's say, in engineering.
It's very, very powerful deliberations. And we, of course, that's based on the theme, We had 5 other sub-themes which are related to industrialization. They are related to subject matters related to agriculture and how we can bring in food safety and security.
The UNESCO Engineering Week is an annual event hosted by different countries, and Uganda has hosted for the first time. Next year's event will take place in Tanzania. Joan Murungi, Philip Aguta for UBC News.
If the local organ.
Now, Uganda's tourism potential is taking center stage in Europe with another group of top media influencers from France and Spain in the country on a 5-day familiarization tour capturing the beauty, culture and wildlife of the Pearl of Africa.
Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, is once again in the global spotlight, this time through the lenses of European media influencers. A group from France and Spain has been in the country for a special familiarization trip aimed at positioning Uganda as a top tourism destination. Their first stop was at St. Kizito High School, where the students are championing climate-smart initiatives. From recycling plastics into briquettes and hard to processing food waste into animal feeds, the school is setting the pace for eco-friendly education.
So tourism, this is important because people want to come and contribute to a country that takes care of its own country. This attracts a new type of tourism and a better type of tourism that come here to experience the efforts that you do and the country that you have that you're preserving.
They journey to Bwindi Impenetrable Forest, home to the Batwa people, one of Uganda's indigenous communities. The influencers experience rich cultural performances and learned how the Batwa are embracing conservation by moving from forest life into community settlements. Adding to the magic, the group encountered the rare rhinoceros chameleon, a fascinating species with its iconic 3-horn-like structures. But the climax for this experience was nothing short of breathtaking, the once-in-a-lifetime gorilla trekking experience.
Run, just stay where you are.
For a full hour, the influencers watched a habituated gorilla family in their natural habitat, a moment they described as unforgettable.
But I feel nothing can really prepare you to meet the gorilla really in the forest. It was a great experience, and I hope that many more people, thanks to the content that we have created and that we will share now with them, will come to visit Uganda and come to see the gorillas.
This initiative, spearheaded by Uganda's mission in Paris, is designed to boost Uganda's visibility in French, Portuguese and Spanish-speaking markets by letting influencers tell Uganda's stories directly to millions of their followers as a land of unique experiences.
And you ask somebody, have you ever been to Uganda? And the person is like, where is Uganda? Is it in Africa? Those kind of questions would really leave me with a lot of pain. When you compare ourselves, we have so much advantage over all our other neighboring countries. We have not sold ourselves to the world. We have not told them what we have.
And we touched almost 2 million people in Europe through this. So we created 300 contents. This time, we're looking more into the wildlife and the animals, and specifically into the conservation efforts that the Uganda government is doing.
This is an investment that we may not have to do much for as long as the information are already in the clouds. So every trip we come, we don't come with the same people. We come with the different people, different interests and different characters.
This is the third group of media influencers the mission in Paris is bringing to the Pearl of Africa. And their mission is clear: to create high-impact content, stories, blogs and social media posts, marketing Uganda in Europe and beyond. I'm Eddie Olua, reporting for UBC TV News.
Thank you very much there, Eddie Olua. Now the Acholi Paramount Chief, Reward David Onen Achana II has called upon the Achole community to embark on a massive tree planting as a strategy to deter land grabbers. According to the paramount chief, if every family in Achole regenerates or plants trees on their land, there will be no free land for grabbers to target in the sub-region. He made these remarks during a launch of the Green Today Alive Tomorrow tree planting campaign, a partnership between Uganda and the National Oil Company.
The forestry industry is a big one in Uganda, but people have neglected it. And I want you to get interested and do something about it in Achole.
The Achole Paramount Chief also urged the community to view forestry as an investment, either through natural regeneration or commercial tree planting, instead of cutting trees for charcoals.
Due to not forward looking and due to some recklessness, and due not to owning up to collective responsibility for our communities, we are here today launching tree planting because the ones we have been wasted.
Speaking at Kaikwaro, Sylvia Wore, the Director of Operation at Operation Well Question, encouraged traditional leaders to embrace tree planting for its multiple economic and environmental benefits.
Trees planting is very vital, it's very important. And trees provide vital resources like oxygen. If we did have trees, we would be breathing oxygen, food. It protects against soil erosion. It supports wildlife. It's also crucial in combating climate change by absorbing carbon dioxide.
Michael Uza, the Regional Manager for National Forest Authority for Achole and Lango Sub-Region, pledged full support for the campaign, noting that traditional chiefs are the custodians of land in northern Uganda.
We are going to support this initiative by providing a quality seedling and technical backstopping and even awareness resources in this region. For that, we pledge our total support to support this initiative, and we continue working with you so that this Achole sub-region is green again.
Uganda forest cover stood at 40% in 1990s, but had dropped to just 9% by 2015. Since then, the country has lost an estimated 13 million hectares of forests, mainly due to charcoal burning and uncontrolled land clearing for agriculture. Stephen Okello for UBC TV, Gulo.
Ebiseera by'okuzzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu kano kalippagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *185*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu ya Uganda.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here. In the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's what you feel in the gentle caress of tropical wind from the mountaintops. And the glow in your heart from a warm neighborly invite. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking to the taste of food that takes you on a journey. In the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth. In the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the pearl of Africa.
Our next segment, the National Unity Platform NUP is up in arms with the Electoral Commission after receiving bad news that the signatures of the presidential candidate for the next year's elections, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, were deemed insufficient. NUP Secretary General David Louis Lubongoya condemned the Electoral Commission for what he described as deliberate attempts to block their candidate from appearing on the ballot.
2 p.m. today, NUP officials were formally notified by the Electoral Commission about the alleged shortfall in signatures for Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu's nomination.
Pushing the Electoral Commission every day to give us an update on the signatures we submitted so that we can be able to pay nomination fees to be able to nominate our presidential candidate, Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert. A few minutes ago, today is Friday afternoon, we got information and they are saying that NUP did not submit enough signatures.
NUP Secretary General David Louis Lubongoya emphasized that this is a calculated move to frustrate their candidate, but they shall not give up, and even if they want 1 million signatures, they vow to get them.
We are just left with a few days to nominations. We've been asking these people, from the time we submitted these signatures, we've been asking them to give us an update, to tell us whether we have the required signatures, because we know that we submitted the required signatures. But we are going on with our nomination on Tuesday. We want to put the Electoral Commission on notice, because we cannot have submitted all those signatures, which are way, way, way beyond what is required. And you're telling us on a Friday afternoon, when nominations are on Tuesday.
Meanwhile, the vetting process for parliamentary aspirants under NUP enters its 5th day, with candidates from Greater Mukono, Kasese and Teso regions being screened.
Yeah, we came here for a special event that is vetting NUP, our party. They wanted to see who's the best candidate for Wiko South constituency. We have to thank God, everything's moved well, because remember, I'm a student, I'm a product of NUP School of Leadership. So everything which was coming in was like as if I was in the lecture room. I remember the lectures which I went through at our school, though it's now closed, even our principal is now jailed, but at least it made a good job in us and it made everything to be easy.
Njaka Hassan Mwanga, aka Njaka Butala. I am aspiring to become a member of parliament to represent my people of Njelu municipality on NUP ticket.
The name's Mulindo Ismail, representing my Mukono municipality region as their MP candidate.
Fatina Najengo Nsiko declared her bid to represent Mukono North, and former Makerere University Guild President Robert Maseruka is seeking the Mukono South seat.
My name is Maseruka Robert, the 89th Guild President of Makerere University, the General Secretary of the National Unity Platform, Mukono District, and an aspiring Member of Parliament of Mukono South 2026. The reason as to why we are here today is because our party thought it wise that we need to come and be vetted, because we understand that 40% comes from the vetting, whereas the 60% comes from the ground.
In the names of Najengo Fatina Nsko, I expect you guys to keep more faith in me so that we can move together. I thank you for the trust you've given me so that we can make sure our kids go to school, the hospitals get medicine, and to take care of the plantations that our farmers do the farming.
In Teso region, aspirants including Mercy Marion Alupo, who is challenging the current Speaker of Parliament for the Bukedea seat, criticized long-serving leaders and ministers for failing to use their positions to transform the lives of their people.
The feature about me for this candidature is my composure, my intelligence, and above all, it is service beyond self.
Benjamin Emuk, I am MP aspirant for Bukedea County under NUP.
Now, among the major barriers to women's fair participation in politics are electoral violence and lack of access to vital information. Additionally, gender-based violence puts women against men, denying them the opportunity to thrive in a just society.
Despite affirmative action and sustained efforts for women's emancipation, women make up only 33% of Uganda's parliament. A mere 7.4% hold direct seats and only 6 women serve as local government chairpersons. Women activists attribute these low numbers to electoral violence, which still overwhelmingly favors men.
So the women who step into this space are exposed to intense gendered intimidation, including gun violence, destruction of property, and such electoral violence really scares women many times and keeps them out of the space.
We've witnessed quite a number of election-related violence. Women are being beaten up, women are being discriminated, and of course, according to our constitution, we are all entitled to free and safe elections.
Compounding the issue are push factors like gender-based violence, which women face daily. To scale up justice interventions, in 2021, Uganda Women's Network, Penal Reform International, Advocates Sans Frontiers, Barefoot Law and others, supported by the Embassy of Netherlands in Uganda, undertook a 4-year project which reached out to more than 3,000 women and girls faced by gender-based violence.
Prior to this particular program, we had already worked there for close to 10 years. And this program helped us move one step further. In 2010, when we went to Busoga, the GBV rate in Busoga was the highest in the whole country. And we worked in all the 10 districts of Busoga with the first program. As we speak today, after the FATE project, the rates have become lower, although we still have a number of challenges.
Some of our sisters and brothers still celebrate female genital mutilation, and they insist that young women and girls are subjected to female genital mutilation. So the way it's conducted, you may not be able to see, to know what's going on.
On average, it takes about 3 years for cases to conclude in court.
You can report a case and the police has no transport from point A to point B or to visit the scene of crime, and that takes days. I'm told some jurisdictions, some countries, I don't want to say they are developed or whatever, cases take less than 2 weeks to be investigated and tried, and hours from the point of reporting to the point of trial can be 3 years.
Crispus Arinitwe, UBS News.
Now, the National Environment Management Authority, NEMA, has inspected oil facilities in the Albertine region to assess how operations are being conducted without harming the environment. Led by the Executive Director, Dr. Akankwa Sabadirega, the team warned that no oil company will be spared if found destroying the environment.
NEMA began the tour at Kingfisher oil field in Chikube district, which is located near Lake Albert. Operators here demonstrated how they channel wastewater to prevent pollution of the lake. Officials were also taken through the steps how oil is processed at the site.
That space you are seeing from the slope up to the other structure is called the apron, or you can simplify it as a parking area for the aircraft. It offloads cargo and passengers. So if it is going back, it has to follow the same yellow line back to the kilometer 1. There is a turn pad.
The size of this field is 15 kilometers long by 3 kilometers wide. Okay. So the wells we are drilling, the deepest will go up to around 7 kilometers.
Dr. Kalist Tindimugaya, a board member at NEMA and the Commissioner for Water Resources at the Ministry of Water and Environment, noted that NEMA had received and addressed complaints from locals about impacts from the Kingfisher operations.
Previously, again, it has been a journey. When we started, they were drilling and discharging the wastewater in the environment, and people would come and complain, who would complain. And at that time, the capacity to deal with those issues was limited, but also sometimes when people think you don't know, they want to do wrong things. But we brought them to book. Now, right now, they are treating the wastewater.
From Kingfisher, the inspection team proceeded to the East African crude oil pipeline site before moving to Kabalega International Airport in Hoima, which is still under construction.
Now, in the area of livelihood, striking teachers across Uganda are urging government to consider their inclusion in economic empowerment programs such as the Myoga and Youth Livelihood Fund and the Parish Development Model as alternative sources of income while they wait for the long-promised salary enhancement. Across different regions, teachers are gathering within their savings and cooperative societies to strategize on how to benefit from government-backed schemes aimed at poverty reduction and community development.
In several districts across the country, teachers continue to meet through their circle networks to plan how best to access programs such as the Parish Development Model and Emyoga, even as their nationwide industrial action for salary enhancement enters another week. This action comes in the wake of the government's 2022 commitment to raise teachers' pay, a pledge that remains unfulfilled, leaving educators anxious but hopeful for the implementation.
At least we have onboarded around 70 to 80 teachers within only 4 schools secondary schools in Luweero district, and we have based at Walibo, and we are still on this program because we are supposed to move the whole of country, and our group particularly is supposed to move the whole of Busoga region, reaching every government-aided school so that we can onboard those teachers in order to make them access the government funds, which were given to them by the president.
Many teachers say that while they remain patient, government should have proactively included them in alternative funding schemes like the Youth Livelihood Fund and Emyoga to cushion them during this period of financial uncertainty. In a meeting held at Walibo Seed School in Luweero district, teachers discussed venturing into activities such as commercial farming, retail trade and small-scale enterprises as ways to supplement their income and support their families.
We, the teachers, should be role models, as they say. Now, how do you teach a child? In this new curriculum, we should be the role models. Children should learn from us. That at least a teacher, I'm saying, is succeeding in a piggery. He has turkeys, he has this. Those things we can do in our own environment.
This rate is so low, and we are going to borrow that money because it will help us to make other ventures outside teaching other than waiting for only salary.
The Walimu Teachers Saving and Credit Cooperative Union recently received about 22 billion shillings to facilitate low-interest loans and entrepreneurship projects for educators.
Be patient. Let us use some other approaches, maybe through dialogue, to engage the government to listen to our plight as we continue giving service to the nation. So it is my humble appeal, all teachers in the whole country, more especially those under Walimu Coffee Union, because we have 285 circles that they listen to us and go and serve this country.
Education stakeholders caution that unless an agreement is reached soon, prolonged industrial action could disrupt the academic calendar and worsen the already fragile state of public education in the country. Zahra Abigaba, UBC News.
Now, a total of 6 billion shillings has been earmarked towards a completion settlement of the ex-gratia in the 3 districts of Luweero Triangle. This was pronounced by the Minister of State for Luweero and Rwenzori region, Alice Kaboyo, during the inauguration ceremony for Luweero Farmers and Housing Cooperative Society.
The 6 billion shillings ex gratia is expected to settle complaints that have so long been surfacing, especially among civilian veterans in this region. Addressing cooperatives from over 3,000 households at Damsko Primary School playground, Minister Alice Kaboyo commended the effort exercised by the mobilizers towards the formulation of the co-op society.
The effort of government is to make sure that Uganda gets out of poverty. All Uganda households must have income generating projects in their homes. We don't want this influx of young people coming from their villages to the city to also bring poverty here. We want them to be prosperous where they are in whatever enterprise they are involved in.
Minister Kaboyo urged the community of Luweero to refrain from rumors and engagement in meaningless, non-productive social media.
And that's why we are skilling them in all those zones that the president has built skilling centers. We want them to do that work in their own places and develop their places. Yeah, so we are piloting in Luweero. We shall move, roll it out as it gets better.
The chairman, Opportunity for Community and Empowerment Limited, and main technocrat behind the formulation of Luweero Farmers and Housing Cooperative Society, highlighted the objectives.
Twatandika ekintu kino olw'ensonga obwavu bunyigiriza nnyo abantu olw'obutasobola kwegatta. Tuba muno mu Luweero district tulima ebintu bingi, naye ebintu nga emmere eno enkalu ebadde efunye obuzibu. emmere baddeetera okutambula zibadde ennaanasi naye ng'emmere eno enkalu weetuukira abasuubuzi oba sinakisindi yo yennyini akatale kagwa.
The essence behind this initiative is to fight against poverty, which has for long left Luweero community impoverished.
Every member of this community in the cooperative is going to be doing things that are developmental, things that are business-based, things that earn us money, and we are going to do it collectively. We are going to do our gardens together, we are going to do manufacturing together, we are going to do housing together, we are going to harvest and process our things together, we are going to protect the value of what we do.
Several financial institutions have expressed readiness to partner with the society in their bid to improve community and households' livelihoods.
So we are here to witness the ground breaking ceremony and also to see how best we can cooperate together as housing finance. We cooperate with the cooperative to see that we transform people's lives.
The Cooperative Society's inaugural ceremony coincided with the national celebrations to mark this year's International Cooperatives Day, whose theme is Cooperatives Driving Inclusive and Sustainable Solutions for a Better World. Sudat Kaye and Gerard Kasirie, UBC News.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Honorable Fred Biamukama, Minister of State for Works and Transport in charge of transport, invites you to the second phase of the 4-acre model campaign in Greater Bunyoro sub-region. The event will take place at Luweero Primary School Playground, Behimba Road, on Saturday 20th September 2025 at 10 a.m. and will be graced by His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni. All residents, civil servants and leaders from the districts that make up Greater Hoima, Greater Masindi, Greater Chibale and neighboring areas are encouraged to attend in large numbers. This initiative, led by the President, aims to bring ordinary people into the money economy by showcasing farmers who have succeeded in the 1-acre model, 2-acre model, 3-acre model and 4-acre model. Join local leaders and residents in learning how small land can be used to enhance food security and socio-economic growth. Don't miss this opportunity to witness the transformative impact on local communities.
Welcome back from that short break. Now into the world of business. The Pharmaceutical Society of Uganda has launched the 2025 Pharmacy Week, rallying Ugandans to think health and think pharmacist, while shining a spotlight on sickle cell disease. The week-long activities, running from September 21st to 26th, kicked off with a high impact on sickle cell run at a pharmacy house in Chambogo.
The Pharmaceutical Society of Uganda is amplifying its voice against sickle cell disease, which claims lives of thousands of Ugandan children each year.
As September is globally recognized as the Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and we have also the World Pharmacists Day within the same month. So this alignment provides an ideal opportunity to rally the community around two vital health issues: That is increasing public awareness of sickle cell disease and promoting the critical role of pharmacists in improving health care delivery.
The week features professional development workshops, an annual general meeting, community outreaches, radio and TV talk shows, and student-led campaigns in universities.
And we will specifically be talking about transforming pharmacy practice in Uganda. We'll be looking at how the pharmacist can move from mere compliance to impact. We are going to emphasize the role of a pharmacist in the different scopes of practice where we find ourselves.
With Uganda recording about 25,000 sickle cell births annually and 80% of those children dying before their 5th birthday, pharmacists say they cannot stand on the sidelines.
If you share with someone about sickle cell, you realize that it has taken many lives of our brothers and sisters. It's the reason why we're advocating and creating more awareness and supporting the sickle cell affected communities.
This year's Pharmacy Week is about saving lives and putting pharmacy at the center of healthcare transformation.
By organizing this run, we are uniting communities, professionals, and families in the fight against sickle cell disease. Together, we can build a stronger, healthier Uganda. This initiative embodies the spirit of amplifying community voices. People living with sickle cell disease deserve dignity and access to health care and a supportive environment free from stigma.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Now, Uganda's rich farmlands are powering a new wave of agribusiness. One entrepreneur, Sabimana Eli, is proving that local crops can conquer global markets through his fast-growing food processing company, Miaka.
Funded in 2018, Miaka began with a single mission, processing matoke, one of Uganda's most loved staples for export. Today the company produces over 70 organic products, from sweet potato, cassava to maize, all packed for international market.
We receive your product, they are good, but please, how can you help us to get matoke? Because in the United States there is no matoke. They have been using those plantain from Ecuador, which taste different with our normal matoke. So the other time I had a registration with the FDA. Today I have an agreement with the American government, which is allowing me to sell in Ugandan product in their country. But before I was being registered in the FDA. Today I have something called the DAN number.
But success comes with challenges, high transport costs and limited production, currently averaging 100 containers a year, straining the company's ability to meet demand. However, Miaka has a strategy to counter this.
Packaging, because I started this business when in Uganda there is no Kavera proper for vacuum sealer. It was a big challenge. I was using Buvera, but the damage was being high because we could do the containers. Then you see 20% is losing quality because of the bad quality of Kavera we had. I'm working closely with the Luca Plastic. Study together how we can improve our packaging, our Ugandan packaging.
Despite stiff competition from countries like Vietnam, China and India, Miaka stands out by guaranteeing authentically organic, high-quality products, avoiding chemical fertilizers and poor packaging. Beyond exports, Miaka employs over 500 young Ugandans, creating formal jobs and new skills for the country's next generation. With bold investments and a commitment to quality, Miaka is not only putting Ugandans matoke on dinner tables around the world, it's also giving the country's youth a taste of a brighter tomorrow. Zahara Abigaba, UBC News.
And lastly, in sports, the 2025 University Football League, which is the 13th, has been launched and will start on the 25th of September 2025.
From humble beginnings in 2012 and with just 6 teams, the Pepsi University Football League has grown to 29 upon addition of 5 institutions for the upcoming season.
Mr. Obara will explain how we are going to play in the groups. We are trying to not to copy, but we want to adapt our playing format just to reduce on amount of traveling and make it very competitive, so that when you come and play, make sure you must either top the group, you must be the best in the group, something of that kind.
The 5 that are joining the 23 from last year are King Caesar University, Mountains of the Moon University, African Renewal University, Soroti University, and Luweero University. The new season kicks off on 25th September with reigning champions Uganda Matters University lined up against a yet-to-be-named team at the Hams Stadium, Nakivubo. During the draw hosted at Katikati Restaurant in Kampala, the 29 teams have been drawn in 5 groups.
We have 5 groups. 4 of the groups will have 6 teams, and 4 of the groups will have 6 teams, and 1 group shall have 5 teams. The group that shall have 5 teams shall be the farthest, which is Muni, Lira, and Gulu.
Group A has Mbarara University of Science and Technology, Mountains of the Moon, Uganda Matters University, Kampala International University, and Kampala University.
These draws are symbolizing randomness. They are symbolizing unpredictability, which means it is going to be a free and fair event.
Bugema University, Kabale University, Bishop Stuart University, Mutesa I Royal University, African Renewal and International University of East Africa are in Group B. Group C is composed of Nkumba, Busitema, Soroti, YMCA, Isbat and Chambogo universities, while D has St. Lawrence, Muni, Lira, Gulu and Makerere University Business School. The final Group E has Islamic University in Uganda, King Caesar, Makerere University, Uganda Christian University and Ndeje University.
Well, that's all we had time for. Thank you once again for keeping it with us right from 8 o'clock. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango, and Mugelo Mohammed has been with us on sign language. Good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract